Is that the
Brace
one you were
yourself,
talking about?
sports
Okay,
and
yeah,
music
all right, yeah,
fans,
that's
because every Wednesday at 5 p.m. Arizona time is GO time. Introducing one of the hottest, most entertaining, and downright addictive podcasts you'll ever need. PD&J was good today. Hosted by none other than J-Dub the King and Pocket. These two dynamic personalities will keep you on the edge of your seat with their unique blend of humor, storytelling, and knowledge of sports and entertainment. And you know what makes it even better? They're live on YouTube and Facebook, so you can join the conversation and be a part of the action. We're always on the lookout for awesome guests to join us on the show. So if you think you've got what it takes to hang out with J-Dub the King and Pocket, then slide into our inbox at J-Dub the King. That's JDUBBTHAKING. And let's make some magic together. So what are you waiting for? You don't want to miss a single episode. See you on Wednesday.
Anywhere that you want to be, and to make just right for you and me. Let me know, baby girl, what you want to see. From north to south to the east to the west, no contest, rhyme with the best. Smell so good, think twice, smoking with the vet. Watch your mouth, watch your head. Don't test me. What you say, get the clear. Don't test me. Been the thugs in the slum. Don't test me. Been rice beat.
It is up, folks. What is good? Brand new Wednesday. So you already know what that means. Brand new episode of PD&J. What's good today? I am your host, Jay. What up, though?
I'm your host. What's going on, everyone, everybody, everywhere? Let's get this show started. Let's kick it off. Well, guess we want to start with the big thing that's going on in LA and, well, Florida. It ain't gonna happen like that. In other places, it's not gonna happen
this past week, bro.
Doing pretty good. I guess the kids found out this weekend, FIFO, right, with the water fight. I think we're delayed, but you're not hearing me.
Oh, yeah. Hey, yeah, that was. Yeah. So, let's just get right into it, right? Into it. So here's the thing, right? Y'all have been paying attention. I want to say, go back to last Thursday, right? Salute, Trulu, salute. I see you in the building. Salute. Let's go back to last Thursday, right? There was a protest that was going on. Now, with every protest, started out peacefully. Now, this is what I am going to say about protests, right? Everybody has their constitutional right to protest, to have sit-ins, to have stand-ins, to picket lines, go on boycotts, go on strikes. You have that God-given right. The moment you present a threat, that's when it becomes a law. Okay? Now, every protest starts off peacefully, right? Every protest, everybody wants to say, we're going to have a peaceful protest. We're going to do it peacefully. We're going to do it civilly. But there's always that one group. There's always that one individual. And it creates a problem for the masses. Because just like that saying goes, one bad apple spoils the bunch. I believe that's what the saying is. That one bad apple, therefore, puts a stigma on everybody else. It puts a stigma on the cause. It literally makes everybody look bad. So if you guys don't understand what I'm talking about, everything that's going on in LA, okay? They've been having protests in New York and everything like that. The only thing about it, LA is on a whole new level right now. to the point where the Trump administration, or the current administration, I'm going to say that the current administration felt need to deploy the National Guard, not just the National Guard, but Marines as well. Never seen that happen in my life. Not like this. Last time I checked, it was up to the state to request the National Guard. It wasn't the president that just sends the National Guard. Never seen this in my life. So a lot of stuff that's happening is very unprecedented, right? Here's the other thing about it. With the tense situation that's going on, you deploy the National Guard does not deter the situation. If anything, my opinion, I think it heightens that the tension that's already going on with the protests. Now, here's the thing of what I'm going to say about the protesters. And I was thinking about this before I wanted to say it. And at first I was going to just broadcast it to the Latin community in a whole, but right now I'm literally going to say my Mexican brothers and sisters. Okay? You want to protest that you be in this country, whether you're legal or illegal. That's on the back burner right now. Let's look at it like this. You want to protest the immigration deportation act that's going on. You want to, at the same time, you want to desecrate the American flag. Let's think about that real quick. Not only that, while you're desecrating the flag, you want to held up the Mexican flag. I have no problem with that. Here's the problem. Here's the problem. Why can't you raise both flags together? Came from. But you also have the American flag, the country of which you are protesting that you want to be in. You are destined, like, it doesn't make sense to me. Go ahead, Pac.
So I just want to make sure people understand that you're not familiar with the history of the National Guard. The most important one that I would have thought you would have known when Lyndon Johnson put them on for the MLK March from Selma to Montgomery against, he federalized them, not the state senator. Another one, the desegregation of Southern schools in 1954, the Brown versus Board of Education, again, the president, not the state government. So let's just say, although you say you don't know, you know, but you don't remember. I'm quite sure that's what you mean. You don't remember. But that's at least two instances of that's happening. Over history, I think, and somebody can fact check me if they want, I think it's been done 10 times where the president overrode the state governor because they felt it was a need. People are going to say what they want. Tulu's talking about propaganda. I kind of empathize with that, but you want to say brown brothers and sisters, but when it came down to it, a lot of people will tell you they've never been there for us. They've done the same thing everybody else. They've held their heads over us. It's not an even play. The thing is, when it was peaceful, it was fine. But now it's almost an act of terrorism on American soil. Everyone has said the same thing. Me and you said this many times. Why? If you want to be here, would you burn the flag? Why are you tearing up your own neighborhoods? You want to really make an impact, go down on Rodeo Drive, Hollywood Boulevard. Go do that crap there. If you really want to make an impact, let them see you. Go where they are. Go where they live. Go where they shop. Go where you're doing it in your own freaking towns. Baltimore did it during Freddie Gray. People are like, why are you destroying where you have to go? Like you said the other day, a carton of milk. Why? Go where it's going to make an impact. Go to those places.
And
those
that's the thing that
malls.
bothers me. That's the thing that bothers me. And you would have thought that they would have learned from
us
mistakes of our playbook in the past, right? They didn't. Like back in the day, you know what I mean? We saw that. They tearing up stores, they looting, they burning this, they burning that. But now you got to go to the grocery store, feed your kids. But there ain't no grocery store because you burned it down. You would have thought they would have learned better than that. But you're absolutely right. You want to protest, you want to get rah-rah, you want to take it to where they're at. Let them
I'm gonna give y'all a great example. I remember
that's the maximum impact of your rap at that point.
I want to bring up something that people don't really think about. I've seen it where one person starts picketing in front of Bank of America, but not the Bank of America in their neighborhood. They go to the Bank of America that seems to me the most popular, picketing about what happened with fees or something like that. It had an impact because months later, Bank of America was giving people their fees back, saying it was unlawful for us to do this. Doing it in your own neighborhood, the senators and everybody else is going to sit there and look at you. Look at these idiots, and they're in my city. All I have to say,
and that's the crazy part about it, bro. It's like, look,
I get. You know what it is, Jay? You know what it is? Here it is.
Let's.
I ain't got money to get over there.
Right? You just mentioned it, right? But you acting ignorant.
Well, I'm going to take it up a step. You say ignorant. I'm going to call it what it is. You're doing niggerish activities. That's what it's called. Niggerish activities. What does that mean? Ignorant, stupid, lack of knowledge.
Well, at the end of the day, you're doing that. You're feeding into that white man's narrative of how they look at our brown skinned black individuals, even the Koreans or even the Orientals, right? And the crazy part about it, these two cultures of who we're talking about right now is the only one that shows they ask. I have not seen the Oriental culture act a goddamn fool in this country. And they've been discriminated on. Hell, we done bombed the shit out their countries, but they coming over here making a living. They indoctrinated themselves into this country. Yeah, they got their own communities, but they're thriving. They don't necessarily have to rely on us, but we got to rely on the system.
If you're wondering why I got my head down, is what you just said. We bombed. We didn't bomb them. We wanted to. We were unfortunately brought into a situation where we had to react. So let's just be honest with that. It wasn't just like we decided, you know what, let's just send some atomic bombs over to Japan and let them know we ain't playing. No, we were brought into that. Some people would say this is not necessarily God's plan. Some people would say it's the idiocracy of man. Nothing to do with God at all. What I think it is, if anything should drive y'all to your knees and start praying, this should be the time to drive yourself to your knees and start praying. We've said it before. We said at the beginning of this year, a reckoning is ahead of us. A reckoning is coming. The reckoning is now here. What it means is a purge. Ooh, I didn't mean to use that word, but I guess I did. It's a purge. But see, truly, the thing is, it's not just the financial power. They back each other. They support themselves. They support each other.
Pin that. We ain't gonna touch about that right now. We're gonna pin that. We're just gonna pin that right there. That's the whole topic in the show right there. Thank you, brother. I'm not one of them people. I want
one of them people that believe God controls all things. And you're right. And you're right. But I'm saying the best thing that I've learned being a PK, preacher's kid, is that, yes, I believe in God. I believe he's the overseer of everything that goes on. But also, you got to listen to what everybody else is saying, because honestly, it does make sense. Even if you don't believe in God, you can merge the two together and actually get the whole story. Remember what they always say, it's always three sides to a story. But in this case, all I see is two. I really only see two in what's going on. And unfortunately, the one is just unbelievable. I can't. People, and it's funny, the other day, I think I was somewhere and I saw somebody flying a Mexican flag. I'm like, so you're proud to be a Mexican now. The Mexican president, remember we talked about this. What did she say? Oh, come on home.
Time out, Pocket. Time out, Pocket, though. Time out. Let this right here kind of feeds in. It segues in regards to what you're talking about, but I want to highlight what he's saying right here. I'm not one of those people. I'm one of those people that believe that God controls all, that nothing happens without his will or presumptive will, and that all works to serve his plan. So
it's permissive.
What my man, no, either way it goes. All I'm saying is I like that statement, because even when we try to do our plan ties into his plan. He is the best planner. Although we say, oh, we're going to go this way, even though he knows the outcome, he gives us the freedom of choice, right? We have free will. Choice. And this is why I love God. We have choices. He knows the outcome of all choices, but it still goes down to the same road of his plan. It's going to be his outcome, whether we like it or not.
Well, you do realize in the Bible there are a couple of things that are in there that were not his plan. So I'm going to just leave that right there. Not everything goes according to his plan. We want everything to go according to his plan. We try to do everything according to his plan.
I believe everything in that Bible.
Look, you can say what you want. I'm just telling you like it is. You want to tell you what you do and don't believe. We don't even know what you believe, but you never give your opinion or choice. So I'm telling you like it is. If you want to go by what things are done, not everything is according to his will. We want everything to be according to his will. As Christians, we do. As believers in Christ, we do. But because he gives us the free will, a lot of times, like, you know what? It's up to you. You do what you want. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. You have your freedom to make your will. You have your freedom of choice to do whatever you want. The outcome is on you. It's not on him. It's on you.
Such as, what do you mean by that, Trulu? But yeah, I hear what you're talking about. But you know what I mean? It's just that when it comes to, and I'm gonna say it like this: when it comes to Western religion, there's a lot that I question. I'm not saying that I'm not a religious person. I am a religious person. However, when it comes to Western culture, religion, there's a lot of things that I question because it doesn't add up to the history or the science. Let's just be real. What team in God's creation is outside of his control? That okay. Trulu got a good question for you, Pocket.
Yeah, because you never answer anything anyway. So is the devil in his control?
I believe I want to think so.
So you think he controls the devil? So he controls the devil. So he banished it from heaven because he couldn't control him, but you're saying he can control the devil. So he's controlling the devil. Why did he banish him from heaven? Because he tried to take over. He could not control him, so he kicked him out.
But theoretically, in the book of Revelations, God knew the outcome of the Armageddon, right?
That's not saying he controlled him, is it? The question was
allowing him to have his free will of choice. You don't want to do right. You want to choose to do wrong. Go ahead and do wrong in your own thing. I know the outcome of what's going to happen, though. Do you, boo-boo?
All right, that makes more sense.
Okay. I
was like, team. Okay, well.
Okay, team. We got you.
I was about to say, some people say the Boston Red Sox are not in his control.
You're muted, Pocket. Bye. Folks, I have to do that.
Oh my God. But see,
God.
He's the head of all things. He's supposed to be, except when, like, that's why I said the perfect example of him not losing control, but trying to gaining it back is when he banished the devil out of heaven. He said, "You got the hell out of here. You're not taking my people." And the ones that followed him left with him.
But he took some.
Exactly. He took some. They followed who? If they were following God and God controlled them, they would have never left.
But look though. But here's though, that's real talk. His rebellion served God's greater plan.
Did it?
Yes, of course.
So what was his greater? So what's his greater plan?
Salvation.
What's salvation got to do?
The definition.
What's salvation got to do with the devil?
Go ahead.
So what's salvation got to do with the devil?
You think the devil has salvation? The devil can't make it back into heaven.
I didn't say that. You said his salvation, right? Is his greater plan. Mm-hmm. So I said, what's the devil's role in salvation?
I want to use the word of destroy, but I want to emphasize that it's more so distraction. It's more so infiltration. It's like a cancer. It's supposed to spread negative energy. You know what I mean? It's supposed to let you know that what you're about to do wrong. Oh, you can justify why you're doing it. There's a lot of things in my life that I did that I knew I was wrong at doing, and I tried to justify it. And I swear to God, right now, I ask forgiveness every day for the shit that I did back then that I knew I did wrong. Hurting people, manipulating people. It was, trying to come up. Granted, go ahead.
Let's catch up right here. We got a bunch of stuff coming in. Really follow God, really build to follow his enemy. But if that was the case,
I see.
If he's controlling, as you say, he's controlling, he wouldn't let you make that decision. See, free will means he doesn't control you. He's giving you the ability to choose what you decide. That's not controlling. Controlling is you ain't got no choice. You're going to do this. Hence, the devil on the other side is controlling. Think about that. He doesn't give you a choice. Whatever the devil says goes. Because once he has his teeth into you, you're just going to keep doing what he wants you to do, what he tells you to do. I'm not exactly sure what he's trying to say right there. He'll come back and tell us. He's using speech and sex. I can tell that. So we have to explain that one because that doesn't really. What we look at the character. Oh, okay. I tied it in. What we look at the characteristics of the devil is what to be an example of what not to be. That's what he's. I think that's what he's saying. The characteristics of the devil is of what's not to be.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Yeah.
Correct. Absolutely.
Yeah,
correct.
and then you have the households where you didn't have a choice, and they were controlling. You have those households, and those are the kids. Well, we know how they turned out.
Shut up, Pocket. Why you talking about me without talking about me? Shut up.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about you. If I'm talking about you, I would have tapped you on the shoulder.
I'm sorry, bro. I just literally got distracted by something in my house that shouldn't be in my house. Like, what the fuck? Oh my God. Dude, what did I just see? Anyway, we ain't trying to get too preachy on y'all today. You know what I mean? That wasn't
honestly,
my
we
intent.
were supposed to stay on the riots and things like that. And like I'm still gonna say this. To me, it literally is a form of terrorism. So what are they doing? They are terrorizing their own neighborhoods. They're making people live in fear in their own community. People want to say it's ICE doing it. ICE ain't the one beating up the crap. They're not sitting there beating on police cars. They're not burning stores. They're not looting stores. Now, because of your, for a better word, lack of good judgment, lack of better choices.
It's fear, bro. It's not a lack of it's fear, bro. It's fear.
That's what I just said.
True, genuine fear.
And what boggles my mind when people don't like to talk about this, especially those that voted for the guy with the purple lips. When he was in office, it was 3 million people deported. He made a statement of, if you're here illegally, you got to go home. But people do not want to live on that. It's the fact. It's the Cheeto in office. Everybody's going crazy. Because he didn't just do it. He said he's going to do it. The other one just did it without saying anything, but gave you a hint. If you're here illegally, you're going home. Put people in cages.
But it's also the way that he's doing it. It's a scare tactic, bro, and it's literally putting fear in everybody. Well, I'm not going to say everybody. The masses is fearful of this man and what he is doing, and they want to fight back. And they do have every right to fight back. It's how you fight back. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was about to. Exactly. You're right, Trulu. Well, they're making it look worse than what it is, but be honest with you, it almost looks war torn. That really, honestly, to build that back, it's going to take time.
But here's the thing about it. It's not even 1 square mile that's destroyed of downtown LA. And the reason why I know that is the people, I got a few close friends that live in LA. They live in Compton. They also live in Carson and everything else like that. They make it sound on the media like it's all of downtown LA.
Yeah.
And it's not.
Yep.
It's
really not.
Isn't.
It's not. But what's funny, like, remember you were telling me about, I think the person, was it you or somebody else that told me somebody got shot in Vegas? And I was like, really? I didn't know about that. All I heard was LA. That's all I've been on the news. There's people literally being, like, I guess one guy shot.
No, I didn't tell that. I didn't tell that. Yeah, I didn't tell that.
I think it might have been at work yesterday. And I was like, really?
But here's the also crazy part about it. And this is why. But time out though. This is the reason why I actually called out my Mexican brothers and sisters out, not just in general, the Latin community. Because out in New York, I've seen the Dominicans and I've seen the Puerto Ricans and all of them come together and have a peaceful protest. The Mexicans is the ones that's having an issue right now. For real, for real. Let's just be real.
No,
at least that's what's being publicized.
You know, I'm glad you said that.
There might be some shit that's going on that we don't know. And all we're seeing.
I am glad you said it's the Mexicans having the most trouble. Because here's the thing. There's a lot of people that are not Mexican that are here illegally. But the ones front and center the most because you're the closest one to us. And you're making the biggest impact. You're making the biggest, loudest roar. One person I want to talk about that was deported. It was this famous TikToker who was here on an expired visa, got arrested, said, "Hey, I'm just gonna go home. I'm just gonna go home." They let him go. African dude, here legally, got deported. But it's like they want, oh, true. Y'all getting what I'm saying. But you're getting what I'm saying. We're drinking from the same Kool-Aid, as they say. Arizona couple got shot. And not only that, how about this? Here in Arizona, they thought the cops were doing a raid or an ICE raid. No, they were doing a drug bust, and a cop got severely hurt. That's how stupid people are reacting.
The crazy part about that shit, the crazy part about that shit is that DHS, and for those that don't know what DHS is Department of Homeland Security. They have it on their vest, as well as DEA, as well as FBI,
as well as ICE.
So if you I mean, it's that
some people,
fear and that panic that's being spread.
Actually, no.
That's
what I'm gonna
people acting stupid right now, bro.
You know what's funny about that? They knew he wasn't ICE. They knew he was police. They just wanted to take advantage of the situation to again beat on the police. That's all it is. That's really what you think about that. It made no sense because, like you said, it has the letters across their chest. Just like you can see Shrek on mine. Clearly, you can see Shrek. If you can't get some damn glasses, clearly you can see I got a gold necklace on. If my vest said police and not ICE, FBI, DHS, or whoever, whatever department, CIA, no matter whatever agency you want to put up there, ATF, you know who it is. It's just a matter of, oh, it's the police. Fuck it. It look like ICE to us.
But you know what? I'm going to say this. For the immigration shit that's going on right now in this country, I feel for you. I understand your pain. I understand your struggle. But don't you ever, in your community or in your culture, think that you're protesting for the same reasons of what my culture and what my history protests for. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Case, y'all not understanding what he's saying.
Yeah, I mean, it's just facts.
But you know what? Let's break it down because we do have that one some demographic that they got to have the recipe to the cake of what you're saying. So what we're basically saying is
transparent with you. Let me be transparent with you. Y'all protesting to be in this country, but yet you want to desecrate the American flag while the police, FBI, the government killing my people, and we ain't doing shit but living. You know what I mean? So don't sit back and say that you're cut from the same cloth as us, because you're not. Your fight is different than ours.
The fight's not the same. Never has been, never will be. Never will be.
You're trying to fight to stay in it. And the thing about it, I've heard people say some outlandish shit about, okay, well, they're waving the Mexican flag because in LA and California, it was Mexico before it was unfairly taken over. And that, okay, let's just nip this in the bud. Legally, it is not Mexico. Legally, you are in the United States of America. Let's just be real about it. Let's just be real about it. But you want to stay in this country, whether you're legal or illegal, but you want to, make it make sense to me. I've even had some Mexican people come and talk to me and say, they're making our culture look bad. What they're doing, they're making us really look bad. Like, I don't get it. Somebody help me understand.
Actually, you know what? Those of you that really want to believe that Mexico was or California was stolen from Mexico, just do me a favor and look up the treaty. I think it's Guadalupe. I think that's what it is, the Treaty of Guadalupe. Just look that up, and if you still believe it after that, then I don't know what to tell you. And the treaty is on display.
Kids, we didn't let y'all come over here for a slumber party. Y'all just want to know how that happened. So somebody need to go home and call your mama and need to tell them to come get you.
For real.
Oh my God. I can't.
Actually, I was waiting for it to pull up.
Bro.
So here's the thing: if Mexico was stolen, Mexico had California stolen, then we want the $15 million that was paid plus interest back. Since y'all think California belongs to Mexico, we want the $15 million plus interest. This is from 1800s now. They paid $15 million. Can you imagine how much that would be nowadays? Come on, bro. Give me the money back. I'm gonna go down there to the Mexican president and say, y'all want California back? I want the $15 million. And the taxes will be the interest. Y'all can take that. I just take the $15 million. I'm getting the fuck out of here. You ain't gotta tell me twice.
Pocket shut.
It's just
stop. Just stop.
You just mad because you didn't think of that.
No. Man. You damn right. So shut up. Oh,
and you're right about this.
Look, hey, folks, we go ahead.
Bad humans make the whole human race look bad. Oh, see, it's worth a 500. Okay, actually, you know what? I said 15. So let me do my new math. 15 times 2 plus 30.
I'll still take
carry
10%. Give me that 50 million. You can have that bitch back.
Hey, I'm
it's going to break off anyway.
Then,
it's going to break off and turn
into
a modern day Atlantis. So give me the 50 million. I'm going to go about my business.
I got to give what's name $20 and then gas money. Yeah, I do about 47.3. Pray God turn it up to eat. Everybody just go home. True, you ain't never lied. You ain't never lied. He need to turn up something.
Well,
he need to turn up something.
He
hit the wrong state.
Here. Yeah,
he hit the wrong state.
Wrong state right now. Yep.
But you know what, everybody? Show's gonna be a little short today. We got things we got to get taken care of.
For that, I'm sorry. I actually have an obligation. Y'all know the new single "Don't Test Me" had just came out a few weeks ago. It's picking up a lot of steam. I got some interviews going on. As a matter of fact, anybody that's going to be in the Phoenix area in September, I know it's well in advance, but I'm going to keep plugging it. September 20th, I'm headlining my own show. So holler at me, come function with your boy, and let's get it in.
But be safe. All of you that are watching, be safe in your own cities. Just be safe. That's the only thing I want. I want everyone to be able to come back next week. Actually, I'm sorry, not even next week, the week after, because we're not having a show next week. It will be a recording. But when I come back off vacation, I'm not going to riot. I'm going to enjoy myself, me and my family. Well-deserved vacation.
I hope you got air conditioning where you go, because they go and turn the heat up, bro.
They can turn the heat up all they want. I'm going to be cool as a cucumber. While they riding, I'm going to just say, as long as y'all can go over there, just don't come over here with that foolishness. That's all I got to say about that. We love even every one of y'all. We want to see y'all when we get back. Next week's show, it's going to be a replay. We don't know which one it's going to be, but it's going to be a replay. And also,
and the thing about it, here's the thing. I'll tell you right now, the next live show that we have, we're going to have a couple special guests on that show. So you definitely want to tune in. So make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tune in. You did.
And matter of fact, why don't you, if you're at the riots and you steal a TV, prop it up and get some satellite and turn on the show. That's all I'm just gonna say. Maybe we can stop the riots on that show. No.
Are you a business owner or someone looking for more ways and avenues to advertise and promote? Look no further. Contact us today for an advertisement. Email PD&J Media Productions LLC at gmail.com for more info. Promotions are everything. What are you waiting for?